trying to sound like the Irish?
Yes, it needs a little work on her. But anyways, let's get to it. 2 men are dead after an altercation led to a security guard opening fire at a McDonald's restaurant in Toronto's East End early today.
Terry Brown told reporters that the shooting occurred after an armed security guard became involved in a fairly significant physical confrontation with 2 other patrons at the fast food restaurant at about 3 a.m. today.
2 men, believed to be 25 and 40, were later pronounced dead at the scene. The guard was transported to hospital to be treated for an injury and is cooperating with officers as they continue their investigation. Russia's top investigative body said today it is looking into several possible motives for the killing of prominent opposition figure Boris Nemtsov.
The motives include an attempt to de-Islamize the state, Islamic extremism, the Ukraine conflict, and his personal life.
A statement from the body, the investigative committee, didn't address the possibility seen as likely as many of Nemtsov's supporters that he was killed for being one of President Vladimir Putin's most direct and visible critics. The BC company behind non-browning apples has been bought by an American corporation in a $41 million deal.
O'Canagan Specialty Fruits Incorporated and Intrexon Corporation announced the purchase yesterday.
O'Canagan Specialty Fruits made headlines earlier this month for genuinely engineering apples that don't go brown when bruised or cut.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture approved 2 varieties of the Arctic apple on February 13th.
Wow, Ginger! Looks like we're finally in those minus single digits! That is correct, Talking Tom! We're finally in those minus single digits, so let's get to the forecast. For the rest of the day, we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud, winds out of the southwest at 20 kilometers an hour with a high of -7. Tonight, we're going to see a 60% chance of flurries. Those winds will become lighter this evening. We'll see a low of -14. And to kick off March, we'll see a 40% chance of flurries in the morning, afternoon, and early evening, and it will clear in the evening. Winds will become west 20 kilometers an hour early in the afternoon. We'll see a high of -9. As we take a look at Monday, it's going to be sunny with a low of -18 and a high of -5, and that's Web Cross Positivity. And now back to you! Thanks, Talking Ginger. After the break, family and supporters of Elijah Marsh, the Toronto toddler who died after wandering outside on a bitter cold morning, have gathered to pay last respects at the 3-year-old's funeral.
And also, a Toronto doctor scored a major thrift shop find after discovering a flight student she picked up. We'll have that and more coming up next on Talking Tom and Ben News.
In support of Talking to These music-only channel launching on April 18th, 2015, Talking to Thee wants you to decide which artists will be played. Send the artist, your name, address, and postal code to Talking to Thee, 380 McGilligan Street, Talking City, Outfit 7, D9LM2R, or visit www.talkingtothee.com. Deadline is April 11th.
Welcome back. Family at Evermore is gathered today for the funeral of Elijah Marsh, the 3-year-old Toronto boy who died after wandering outside on a bitterly cold morning earlier this month.
Toronto's St. Matthew's United Church was filled to its capacity of 550 today, while dozens, possibly hundreds, more waited outside as a little white and gold casket was carried in.
Several family members eulogized the boy during the church service. Good Georgette Marsh, Elijah's mother, remembered her son as ready for the world. An Egyptian court declared Hamas a terrorist organization today, further isolating the blockade rulers of the Gaza Strip once openly welcomed by the country's toppled Islamist-dominated government.
The ruling is unlikely to have any immediate effect on Hamas, still reeling from last summer's war with Israel and choked by an Israeli Egyptian blockade set up in 2007.
Morsa Erbu Morzak, Hamas number 2 leader, is based in Cairo and is receiving medical treatment there, members of the group say. And now, let's go to Talking Ginger for a sports report. Thank you, Talking Tom and Ben. Well, in the NHL last night, the Boston Bruins got by the New Jersey Devils 3-2. The Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Washington Capitals 3-0, and the Colorado Avalanche got by the Dallas Stars 5-4. The New York Islanders defeated the Calgary Flames 2-1, and the Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the Chicago Blackhawks 4-0, and the Ducks doubled up the LA
support of Talking to These music only channel launching on April 18th, 2015, Talking to the wants you to decide which artists will be played. Send the artist, your name, address, and postal code to Talking to the 380 McGilligan Street, Talking City, Outfit 7, D9LM2R, or visit www.talkingtothe.com. Deadline is April 11th.
Welcome back. A Toronto doctor scored a major thrift shop find after discovering a flight suit she picked up on sale for $40 once belonged to Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield.
Dr. Julian Wong said that at first she thought the blue badge cover suit was simply a replica created by a hardcore space enthusiast.
But after she reached out to Hadfield over Facebook, the two determined that it was the same suit the astronaut wears in a photo that appears in one of his books.
Strange. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Fucking Tom